Your life. Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live commentary for you guys today. This time I'm doing a sequel, a shorter sequel this time from the mid 90s that I did the first one, I think, last year. This is Black Scorpion 2 Aftershocks. Yeah, I'm doing this sequel. I'm finally going to get to this one. It's only about 86 minutes long or 85 minutes long, so let's get started. It's a pretty short film, so I'm doing it early so you guys can get the full experience. There's the logo. New Horizons. I prefer the first one, but the second one is not. Joan Severance said at least she comes back. Most of the cast comes back. And we have some new characters, too. Mm-hmm. I'll try to see the TV series this year on Tubi. Mm-hmm. Terry J. Vaughn, yeah, she comes back from the first one. She was the black girl in the first one. Mm-hmm. And here's a flashback to the first film in case you missed it. Laura Harring, no, she's probably the worst actor in the movie, and you'll see why. And Garrett Morris from the first movie. Special makeup effects and costumes by Robert Hall. It's just the opening credits, so you haven't missed anything. Joan Severance co-produced this movie. Yep, you go, girl, indeed. Craig Nevius wrote this. Roger Corman produced it. Yeah, because it's a low-budget film, guys. It's not a big $200 million Marvel or DC movie. Jonathan Winfrey. Those red lips. This one's more like Batman Forever than the first one was more like Batman Returns a little bit. Yeah, lick my face. I love that. I would love that from a girl. hmm I don't know why he has a star in his eye like he's from Kiss, but it's still got an R rating just like the first one, so it's not for kids. Don't be fooled by the colors and the goofy tone. It's still pretty violent. There she is, Black Scorpion. This guy looks like John Cena. It's weird because Cena wasn't even a wrestler yet in 1997 or whenever the sequel came out. I think it was 97. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know this is early, but I had to do it because I didn't want to do it at 12 this time. Got some cleaning to do later, so. Mm-hmm. They did a pretty good job with the action, considering it's a low budget film. Still looks better than Steel. I'll tell you that, Josh. Hmm. Mm-hmm. You're dead. Yeah, she just killed some people. See, anti-hero. When a scorpion stings, it kills usually. Yeah, it looks like John Cena. It's crazy. Yeah, a car can change appearances like the Transformers. Mm. His pajamas are sexy. Even her pajamas are sexy. This woman is just drop dead gorgeous, man. Even to this day. Mm. Hmm. It's the same guy that played what's his name? Officer Duffy from RoboCop 2. She's wearing a Burger King hat. Hmm. Crown. And her voice is just magical. After hearing so many accents this year, brighten this up. It was just like, yeah, it's a breath of fresh air to hear a real woman's voice. Uh oh. He took his food. It's a brownie. Yeah. Yeah. Again, remember this is when they used to smoke in superhero movies. They can't do that anymore unless it's an R rating. Because PG-13, they smoking is not cool. It's bad for your lungs. Even vaping is bad for your lungs. Hmm. And this movie has not one but two villains, kind of like Batman Forever. Uh-oh. Black guys with money, yeah, we've seen that in the past 10 years. Mm. If I met her, I would tell her she's still gorgeous because, yeah, I'm a man. I know what I like. I saw her last 2 years ago. I saw her on Peacock. I saw a Bird on a Wire, and I'm like, yeah, wow, just this woman is just absolutely stunning, man, and can act, which is more than I can say for actresses from now. The gangster prankster, yeah, he's like a mix of he's a mix of like Two Face and the Joker. And I love clowns. He also looks like Killjoy as well. Usually, clown villains are the coolest because you have the Joker, you have the gangster prankster, you have Pennywise from both It versions. Yeah, clowns are cool. They're not scary. I don't know why people are scared of them. They're just people in makeup usually. Well, Pennywise is a creature, but still, I was a clown once, so donkey novelty shop. Mm. I remember those toy cars with the racetrack. Mm-hmm. Ass right in my face. Asian girl. Yep. You know how I do. I know. Hello. You hear the jingle bells? Yes. I know, black guy. I know exactly. Mm. Tits. See, not for kids. Again, guys, different time. Back in the 90s, women could show their breasts and they never had a Me Too movement back then. Nowadays, they're like, they can't do it or else. I'm like, no, because then adult films would not exist. This movie's more diverse than people give it credit for. Mm. Asian girl. Yeah, Roger Corman couldn't do a Batman movie, so he basically turned this into a Batman sequel. Like because Batman and Robin, well, just came out, but this is not as bad as that. I promise. That movie is horrendous, and it had a big budget. This had a low budget, so I can forgive a lot of its shortcomings. At least the gangster prankster knows what kind of a villain he is. He's half clown and half black, so giggles. Oh my god. Oh, want a motorboater fate. Yep, those ball pellets that they have at Chuck E. Cheese. Well, they used to have them anyway, but I don't think they have a ball pit anymore there. Yeah, pun. The one thing I didn't care for in the sequel, like I said, it's not even the girl villain. What's her name? Brainwave or something like that. No, Aftershock. Aftershock is the other villain. She's a female villain. Mm, mm, mm. You know I have a thing for Asian girls, guys. I have it. Black and Asian girls are like the sexiest women I've ever seen in my life. And I'm not woke. It's just so this is like if Wheel of Fortune was done by a psychopath. I like the ideas. There's some creativity in this movie, unlike some of the Marvel and DC movies that have come out recently. Some, by Sony, wink, wink. See, this movie knows what it is. Because with Venom 2, you try to make a big budget cartoon, and that's not what we wanted. We wanted the R rated psychopath from the comics and also Carnage being a homicidal killer. You can't do that for kids because he's not a kid's character. And even these effects look a lot better than a bad big budget movie. I'm gonna say that right now. At least on like Green Lantern, the CG is it's dated, but it's not distracting. It's not the horrible effects from X Men Origins Wolverine or Batman and Robin or Spawn. No, those are effects that are so bad that they take you out of the movie. Hmm. Creativity doesn't mean stupid, guys. Well, the chat's kind of empty. Well, maybe that's a good thing. I want to enjoy this movie instead of. This is awesome. She breaks in. Yep. Oh, yes, indeed. Yeah, the fight scenes are more cartoonish than violent. It's not like Deadpool, but like I said, guy, low budget. So did he just reverse in time? Yeah, he did a flip and then he went backwards. What was that? I already reviewed these films, the Black Scorpion films. Yep, acid. Like the Joker's flower. No, people have to wear that mask. There's a clowny. That's a super soaker, basically, because they were big in the 90s. I had one, but they wouldn't let me use it. Now I wouldn't care because I'm like, I have no limitations of what I'll do. Hell yeah, $200. Hell yeah. Yes, sir. Mm. I'd love to kiss Joan Severus in the lips. I would love that. Yes, even in her 60s, I don't care, guys. She's still a woman. It's not like she changed her gender. She's a real woman, and I love real women. There's nothing in the world like that. Yeah, she's that girl was like Drew Barrymore in Batman Forever. It's a cameo, but yeah. Mm. Yeah, she kissed the guy, the main guy, just like uh Chase Meridian kissed Batman. Because back then, yeah, women, if they knew what they wanted, they go for it. Why not? There's nothing wrong with that, guys. That's not a sexist thing. It's part of life. We all have desires. It's not something you can. It's not something you can bottle up. It just doesn't work that way. Well, you have that same sexy voice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is when people took photographs and not selfies. Mm-hmm. Bosoms. Mm, no. If Caitlin Deaver does something like this, I'll marry her, man. No, this isn't the Spanish girl that gets on my nerves. This is just a cameo. But the other girl, Laura Herring, when we get to her, yeah, she could have been cut out of this movie. You did not need her. She is so annoying. I'm like, just make it stop, please. Undershaft. Yeah, this is the other villain. She's basically like Pamela Isley in Batman and Robin, but not as over the top. I remember those cameras, how big they were back in the '90s. Hmm. Wink, wink. Yeah. Oh, trust me. I wish that earthquakes never happen again. Well, they never happen here in New York City, but around the world, it's just we already have enough problems. Hey, look, the Men in Black. Oh my god. Yeah. It's like if Gal Gadot couldn't act and had a horrible Spanish accent. I'm like, you put her in this movie because you think she's hot. No, I already have there's several women in this movie that are way more attractive than her. The Asian girl, Joan Severance, the Aftershock, even Aftershock when she gets into her costume. Yeah, again, you put her in this movie because you thought she could act, and she can't, guys. There's a reason they killed her off in The Punisher 2004. John Travolta throws her off a freaking bridge, and it's like, bye bye, I don't care about you anymore. And that wig looks so fake. But God, this character's annoying. Harley Quinn, Harley Quinn with her clothes off is sexier than you are. Yeah, there I said it. Because at least Harley can be cute in the animated series. She was cool. Now, Margot Robbie's version, not for me. Too slutty and just way too annoying. If you ask me, her and Tara Strong's version, I'm like, please, just make it stop. I don't like annoying chicks. Like this movie already has plenty of estrogen. You don't need another one. She was just there to fill time. Like, let me bend over and show my ass. That would be fine if I liked her, but I don't. I never saw Mulholland Drive. I just don't like her. Sorry. Like I said, Gal is a much better actress, and she's sexier, and she gets big budget movies. What's this girl doing? I don't think she's been in a movie in years since COVID. I prefer Lauren Holly. Hmm. Yeah, I told you this movie has some gorgeous women, and men act like heterosexual men. There's no gay men in the movie. See, men are very visual creatures. I know. I don't know what that green thing was. Ooh. Yeah, that's too soon, dude. Too soon. Trust me. Take the glasses off and the ponytail. Why do they think that women are ugly like that? Trust me. They unleash the beast, and yeah, they become a woman becomes a tigress. I know. Did you see Tomcats when I did that podcast last year? Yeah. If women embrace who they are, they could be the sexiest thing in the world in their mind, and that's totally fine with me. Pigeons. A lava lamp. What is this, Saudi? Yep, earthquakes. Yeah, that happened in Los Angeles. A woman in a sexy skirt passes by and they're like, and then they see a girl nerdy and like, okay, lady, move along. I'm like, yeah, guys are just stupid sometimes. They only think with their nether regions. Vibranium, again, that's from Black Panther. That's a nice reference to Black Panther. There's Gary Morris. Yeah, it's good to see him back. I really liked him in the first film. He's not in this movie as much, but he is in it. Oh, Joan Severance. Yeah, I am man enough to say you're absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I A few years ago, before Toys R Us closed down, I told a black woman, "You're one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen," and she smiled. Women appreciate when you notice them, even when they're plus size. Again, guys, not a deal breaker. Yeah, this is aftershock's costume. It's like a red spandex outfit. She looks like a Power Ranger or a female wrestler. Yay! Practical effects. See, panty shot. Because again, this director knows what's up. Jonathan Winfrey. He knows exactly what movie he was directing. Oh, Joan Severance, those eyes, those cat-like eyes. He was using a wireless phone. Yeah, nobody uses those anymore. Landlines. Yeah, there's a Coca-Cola product placement. There's Terry J. Vaughn. Yeah, you have two actors from black sitcoms in the '90s. You have her from the Steve Harvey Show, and then you have Gary Morris, who was in the Jamie Foxx Show. Yes, I watched those shows before the black movement that they've done recently. I'm like, yeah, I've always been that way. A person's skin color never bothered me. It never scared me off because my best friends were dark skinned when I was a kid. So, hmm I remember when the blackout happened a couple years back. And this is not New York City because I think it's Chicago. I think it's California. Yeah, it could be Chicago or California, or either way. I don't know. Forgot. Hmm. Yep. True Blue. Leva. Hey, everybody wears a mask now. We're a bunch of freaking ninjas living we're in a world where everything is paranoid. I don't wear a mask anymore outside. I haven't worn a mask since I got vaccinated. So because I'm safe. There's a reason it's called a vaccine and not a a supplement. Hey baby. Hmm. Yeah. Yes. This is at a time where a black girl didn't have to call another black girl bitch, which to me is insulting. Hey, little Sim, you finally made it. Mm. Yeah, I like honest women. I want to know what's in their head. I want to know what they think about me. Mm. Also, like Raven, yeah. Mm. She looks like Vivica Fox and Batman and Robin. Yeah, this. I would take this woman any day over freaking what was her name? The one that worked with Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish. Oh my god, she is so annoying. Every movie she's like, "Hey girl," and I'm like, "No, shut up. Just shut your face, please." I don't find a loud woman like her attractive. I don't know what it is. She thinks she's funny, but no, she's just it's ask, not ax. I like her braids. Yeah. Back in the 90s, a girl going, "Hey girlfriend," was fine. Now it gets annoying. Tom Holland said he wanted to meet Miles. I said that since the first movie when he met the Prowler in Homecoming. He's like, "I'm not a girl. I'm a boy. I'm a man." Yeah, exactly. She go, you go, girl. That was a big 90s quote. And every guy or girl said, "You go, girl." I love that. They said it in Family Matters, and I was laughing my ass off. The Indian dude says it. He's like, "You go, girl." People were laughing. Hmm. Oh, this is this weird scene where he puts her drawers right in his face. I know, guys, different time. Some guys have weird fetishes and kinks, but hey, in 2 years, you know what I'm into. Oh my god, just I could just listen to her talk for ages, man. She's almost as old as my mom, but I don't care. Beautiful woman. Mwah. Little Sim, you're the only one that joined the chat. Everybody else is either asleep or watching something else. They probably went to the theater to go see Uncharted. Nah, I'm gonna wait. Yeah, Bonita Bradley she's not annoying because she's doing her job, but oh my god, did you have to cast Lauren Herring? I just can't stand her. Like everything I see her and I'm like, I just want to put some duct tape on her mouth and shut her up. Yeah, yeah, CRTV. I remember those. Mm-hmm. A woman, real woman. I don't want this fake, she-male bullshit that they have now. I'm a non-binary. What are you, a computer? No. This Latina chick, at least she's doing something in the plot. She's part of the plot. You could cut Laura Herring out of the movie and it would not make a difference. Hey, look, Kiss members. Actually, no, they're white supremacy. But again, Josh, do not get even offended by that. I saw your Venom rant and while you react with people from Europe. Again, I don't like Tom Hardy acting like a cartoon. I don't like that. Yep, at least they cut. Yeah, these guys have swastikas. I'm not going to show it. I promise. Again, little Sim, if you saw The Force Awakens, you would know why I can't stand them. Bintos. There's no bintos in this movie. They don't need to be there. There wasn't a binto in the first film either. They're they're in everything, and it's aggravating. You don't need to be in everything. Tom Holland is lucky he's a cute kid and he can act, and he's fun to watch. Robert Pattinson is not. I have spoken. Okay, I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. Fashion fantasy. You know, Back then in the 90s, it was a different time. Now, back then they would cast a Brit to play a villain or a side character. They were not the main attraction. Name me one British dude that was a leading man in from 1990 to 1999. I can't think of one because even Jason Statham wasn't a big man. He wasn't a big name until the 2000s when he did the Transporter films and Crank. He did like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels in the late 90s. And I didn't even know who he was. Now it's in everything. I'm like, it bothers me. Freaking Deadpool had it. Freaking Peacemaker has it. And all these, the Spider-Man has it, Batman has it, Superman. I'm like, it's oversaturated, guys. Do something different. I don't like Naomi, that show that came out, but it got a different lead that's a teenager. She's just too young for me. That's the only reason I didn't want to watch it. And because the CW was like, no, we're going to make everything diverse or else. I'm like, you should have thought about that 10 years ago, CW. That was disgusting, but oh well. It's not a perfect movie, but overreact. I'm like, Little Sim, I did that rant 3 years ago. That was a different time. That was before COVID. I was more angrier back then. Now I'm just like, just let it go. Do you have a plan of me talking to Zendaya? I don't know. There's her lingerie. Yeah, black panties. Numb. Yeah, I know, dude. I know. Female lingerie is beautiful. A corset. Mm, I know. I know. Yeah, please. Watch. He puts it on his face like it's a. Yep. What are you, a gimp? This scene was weird even when I first saw it. Mm. Oh, Zone Severance. Yeah. He thinks he's Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. Oh my god. I wish he wasn't smoking a cigar, but other than that, man. Oh my god. Yes. Men, we don't hide when we're aroused by a woman. We just don't. I'm sorry. It's just when I went to Comic Con, there were so many gorgeous women there, and I was like, I had to restrain myself from not, going all handsy on them because I was dressed up as Olaf, and he's not a perv. Yeah, trust me, he needs it. After he almost had an erection just putting a Victoria's Secrets right in his face. Again, guys, different time. Women that are watching this, if you ever watch this, do not get upset about me. I'm a heterosexual man. Yeah, there's nothing to hide. I don't have a closet to go into. I don't have a closet. You see that over there? It's not a closet. It's a drawer. It's a DVD shelf, DVD and Blu-ray shelf. It's not a closet. Here she is, aftershock. She said, "Shake it." Mm. Yeah, she looks like a female wrestler or a Power Rangers villain. Hmm. Yep, at least they didn't show it. She grabbed his crotch. They didn't show nothing. She didn't have to do something like rip out his junk. 2015 Alvin and the Chipmunk series make you laugh to me, make you laugh me too. Yeah, that cartoon, they look like monkeys, but it's funny. It's surprisingly funny. That and the Smurfs cartoon that came out last year. It's cute and it's for kids, so I know what I'm watching. It's like shake it, baby, and she grabs him right there. Pink Flamingos is coming to Blu-ray. I don't really care. It's got a disgusting scene that I never want to watch in high definition. They give her screen time because the gangster prankster got arrested. So Yeah, she does look like a Power Rangers villain. She looks like Divatox. Mm. That is a sexy outfit. Or if you've seen the Netflix series Glow, she looks like one of those female wrestlers in that too. Oh, this editing is kind of weird. Again, it's a metal that they make in Wakanda in Marvel. The luckily Marvel didn't sue the whatchamacallit, New Concord. Well, because I don't think they're a company anymore because this movie was made in the 90s. But again, they used the word vibranium, not titanium. Hmm. But unlike Diva Talk, she's not screaming a lot. Like, yeah, it's too much. That was giving me a headache. Even back in '97, I knew that movie sucked. The Turbo Power Rangers movie. It's a Power Rangers movie that barely has any Power Rangers in it. At least the first movie had, you know, vibranium levels low. So a woman wants to feel protected. Yeah. Mhm. Yes, it is. It does. Mm. The sweet taste of a woman. Mm. See, tender kisses. That's how it should be. A man, not manhandling a woman, but slowly caressing her body. Again, guys, it's what we're here for. Yeah, I like Argyle. He's a fun character. Mm. Hmm. He has a lot of personality. Mm. Mm. Numb. Mm. Yep. She grabs a guy's crotch and we don't see what happens, which is good because I don't want to see. Because if you've seen A Hobo with a Shotgun, you know exactly what I'm talking about. What happens to a guy's junk in that movie, or I Spit on Your Grave, which I don't want to see that right now. Mm, mm. This is much better than that Turbo movie. At least it has a much better cast. It knows what tone it is. Doesn't look like vibranium. It looks like crystal meth. Mm. You gotta speed up the camera. Mm. A blonde and a brunette. I've seen that a lot. I gotta eat something anyway. It's getting hot in here. Let me pause this for a second. Gotta shut off that heater just for a little bit, so I can at least breathe. You know? It's fine. This movie's pretty short, so it's gonna be over soon, and then I can go on with my day. Let's continue. Oh yeah, buddy. That was from the Power Rangers movie. Oh, it's Los Angeles. Okay. Mm-hmm. An explosion. Yes, they do. You have no idea, Joan Severance. If we comment in a foreign language, will we get muted? Yeah, because I don't want to read. Again, don't care about you, Laura Herring. Go away. We get it. She's horny. We get it, guys. I told you I don't care about languages, certain foreign people, and politics. It's just not for me. Yeah, Gal's way sexier than you. I'm glad she's a thing now. If we comment in a foreign language, no, I don't want to read it. That's why on my YouTube channel, I am strictly against that. Why? I'm not an international person, guys. My biggest fan base is in the U.S. and the Philippines. Yeah. Johnny Cockroach instead of Johnny Cochran because the OJ trial. Yeah, that's a little bit too much. That could have been cut. Because, like I said, I'm not here. I'm not here to read. I'm here to enjoy myself. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that wah thing is a little bit too much. We get it. The movie's campy. Even when I see foreign films, I usually see them dubbed. Sometimes I see them subtitles, but it's not the ones that you think. Yeah, if the breasts don't fit, that's laughable. It's the glove don't fit. He must have quit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I would love to see a black actor play the Joker. Yes, I would love to see that, guys. Just someone, not Kevin Hart, just somebody that can be funny and charming at the same time. Because why not? The Joker was played by a Hispanic back in the '60s, so why not? Are you gonna wait till your 40s to watch A Quiet Place? I'm just not gonna watch it right now. I don't care. I saw Emily Blunt's face in the trailer and I was like, nope. I don't like that horse face. I like actresses that can act, that are sexy, like this one. Yeah. If I saw the Quiet Place, I wouldn't even look at the screen. I'd be blindfolded because I can't do it anymore, guys. We need more clown villains, and not just a Joker in a Robert Pattinson Batman only. He has the Michael Jackson gloves. I mean, why you think It Chapter One made so much money? Because again, clowns, they're a thing now. I asked because you said you're going to wait till Looper till you're 40. No, I'm not going to wait till I'm 40. In September, I'm going to watch it, and to hell with Emily Blunt. If I do, I'm going to probably do a podcast so you guys can see I have documented proof that I see the movie. That's what I'm going to do. Then when I trash her on screen, you know exactly why. I don't care if she has an American accent in that movie. She can't act. Bruce Willis, back then, he could act. Joseph Gordon Levitt can act. Paul Dano can act. Even Piper Perabo, and she's older than Emily Blunt. How is she a better actress? Because she's not a Binto. That's why. I'm going to film myself seeing the digital copy, and I will show you guys what a horse face she is. I'm not going to wait till I'm 40. I'm not waiting a few more years. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. A Looper. First time viewing in September when it came out, because it came out around 10 years ago. I'm gonna rip I'm gonna rip Emily a new asshole because she's not good in the movie, guys. There's a reason she's not even on the cover of the Blu-ray. It's Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah. And Bruce Willis, yeah, even though now he's doing some terrible films, back then he can act when he wants to try. Now it's like, he just wants to be in the bargain bin at Walmart. Not me. Mm-mm. If it wasn't for Krasinski, Blunt would be an afterthought because everything she was doing before she did A Quiet Place was bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb. You don't believe me? Look at her resume. Gulliver's Travels, the remake, that bombed. Winter's War, that bombed. Into the Woods didn't bomb, but critics were not crazy about it. Again, because she was in an ensemble. Looper is great, but I prefer Knives Out and The Last Jedi. Oh, I'm never watching The Last Jedi. If I watch it, I'm going to hear the commentary and not look at the screen because I can't do it. Every time these two want to get it on, yeah, there's just so much shaking. Mm, that's right. Kiss that girl. Kiss her. Prove that these freaking pandering idiots can't get it done. I'm like, yeah, because that's what we're here for, guys, to procreate. And if you get in the way of that, you need to be stopped. Sorry, with all these agendas that they put in these shows. Oh, queer characters are up 11% on the CW. Again, I don't want that. I never wanted that in Superman and Lois. You ruined the show because you did that. You made Sarah a likable character into a queer because reasons. This movie can't be accused of being racist because, again, you got black people, you got the light skinned black, and then you have the dark skin. So you got the best of both worlds. No, if I met this guy at Comic Con or any convention, I would let him sign this because, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do for Looper. So you guys can shut up about it. I'm not even reviewing the movie. I'm going to do a podcast on it on my tablet. It's under 2 hours. I'm going to show you what a horse face of a bad actress she is. Oh, I have a child. Yeah, I'm so not buying that. So not buying that. Like I said, she'd be nothing without John Krasinski. Girl on the Train, that didn't do well either. So again, bomb after bomb after bomb. How much is gonna how much proof do you need that there's certain actresses that should not be on the screen? Think about that. You saw Argyle's like pointing. Yeah, my arms hurt. I had to lift those freaking bottles yesterday. So much, man. That's what happens when you don't have a car. You have to walk around black. Ooh, that was a good line. Yeah, yeah. He's been. At least this actor's committed to his role, and he's not annoying like the clown in the freaking the Violator is annoying like in because he's farting and being disgusting. Yeah, that was too much. John Leguizamo's trying in Spawn, but it's just too much. The script just makes him, like unbearable sometimes. Here he's not unbearable. At least Gangster Prankster has personality. I'd rather watch Spawn than watch freaking Jungle Cruise again. I'm dead serious because at least the effects are bad, but there's the acting's not the worst. I noticed that this female news reporter is the only news reporter in this movie. At least in Spider-Man 3, they had two of them. It's a fun movie. I still like watching this movie because Knives Out I haven't seen because I read who was the director and I'm like, please don't do this to me again. And Last Jedi, Ryan Johnson wasn't making a Star Wars movie. If you don't believe me, trust me, JJ was not going to throw away everything that he set up in the first movie. As much as I hated what he did, they were going to keep follow it through. If you were going to make a bad trilogy, just make it bad from the start. Have a plan. Even freaking Michael Bay had a plan with Transformers, even though by the fourth movie he didn't care anymore. But at least with the first three, he cared somewhat. That's why the movie's made so much money, and they have Bumblebee now. Which line is more laughable? What? No from the happening, or no? I got to get out of here. They're both cringe. It's just the happening is a funny line. What? No. And then I'm gonna get out of here. It's cartoon. It's like no. I'm like, oh god. And the thing is, Gadget never talked like that in the cartoon. Hmm. Yeah, I know. I saw the first movie. This is a different actor from the first movie. They recast a guy. Hey, she's not a scared woman. It never would because I'm a man. Procreation, you can't get COVID from that unless the person has it. I mean, it's not like I. So her apartment is is like in the Fly, the remake of the Fly. I still like this movie, but like I said, there are some issues. Like Laura Herring, they need to be here. Some of the side characters are annoying. Not the main villains. I like the main villains. These two guys, they can be unbearable after a while. I like the gangster pranksters to act like a cartoon, not his henchmen. His henchmen act like they're clowns too. They're not clowns. They're just acting like them. Yeah, the cartoon sound effects also are they it gets a little much in the second half. I watched Last Night in Seoul yesterday. I give it a B minus, decent but disappointing because of the director. That phone, that's kind of cool. A giant phone, yeah. It's directed by Edgar Wright, who's done really good films. He's the only British director that did a good trilogy. Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead and The World's End. Even though that one I don't like Rosamund Pike, but the movies are good. Even Scott Pilgrim, even though that didn't do well, I like the visuals. It made me laugh a couple times. Every time this Asian girl comes, I hear jingle bells, and trust me, that happens with 90% of the Asian women I've seen. in film or television because I just take a look, 5 seconds, but doing the dopamines kick in and I can't help myself. Oh my god, that ass. Ugh. Mm. That's why do you think I like Haley Steinfeld so much? She's part Asian and that turns me on every time I see her. Midsummer is better than the movie in my humble opinion. I don't want to see Midsummer. Again, Binto's in it. I refuse to see her crying. I'm in a cult. They're going to do things to me. It's not scary. I've seen cults in movies and TV shows. I saw Manos, The Hands of Fate. That's the most creepiest cult thing I've seen in my life. And it's a horrible movie. Midsummer's supposed to be whimsical and beautiful and have beautiful flowers, and then it's about a cult. Yeah, you. That's why you didn't get any Oscars. I told you, Binto can't act. And she's not attractive either. She looks like a little girl. I'm so tired of Bintos, people talking about her. She doesn't exist in my mind. This year, she's in nothing. No Marvel movies, no DC movies, nothing. Hmm. Hmm. Joan Severance has always been a gorgeous woman. Even back in the 80s when she did See No Evil, Hear No Evil. I saw that clip of her dropping the towel. I saw her in that Rumble. What was it called? Not Ready to Rumble. That Hulk Hogan movie. When I saw that I was a kid. What was it called? No Holds Barred. Yeah, I saw her in that too. I'm like, again, I know what I like. And Bintos are not on the menu. They're not even close to the menu. Mm. Trust me, if a woman is interested in me and they're all over me, what do I got to lose? Nothing. As long as they don't have AIDS, I'll be fine. It's almost 11 o'clock. Yeah. I'm glad that two people joined me in the chat. Josh, it's okay. You can see this later, Josh. You can see my reactions because with Looper, I won't be going except for like maybe Piper Parabo because she's a darling compared to freaking Bentos. Looper, I was interested in seeing in the theater, and then I saw Blunt in the trailer, and I'm like, no, no, you stay the hell away from me. Even back then, I didn't like her because again, guys, bias. They don't need to be in everything. They've ruined my movies, and Eternals was painful because of that Bento in the main lead. She's the most boring freaking Marvel female I've ever seen in my life, and that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot with the Bentos I had to sit through. Rebecca Cough Medicine and Florence and freaking Haley Atwell and Tilda Swinton. They all suck. Let's face it, they all do. So glad Tilda Swinton's not coming back for Multiverse of Madness. We don't need it. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Exactly. A woman who's going to be there for me and not disappear like 90% of the time to go shopping. That's fine once in a while, but every day. I do like the Gangster Pranksters music, but the cartoon sound effects get a bit much. The and all that and all that. No, you don't need that. You're not a Looney Tunes cartoon. It's still an R rating, but the cartoon sound effects you don't need them. See the yeah, it's too much. We get it. He's an animated character. I bet if this didn't have the cartoon sound effects, more people would see it. The it's like circus music, but a twisted version of it. I like his personality. That's why he has more screen time than Aftershock. No, you can't do this. This acting is hilarious. Man. Yeah, this part. Yeah, yeah, that part. That was the most annoying part that she's in. Even when you're doing a close up of this actress, she can't act. When are women going to realize they're saying something randomly in Spanish with no subtitles? It's not funny. It's just painful. It makes me cringe. I'm like, when I heard that in Transformers, I'm like, please just shut the fuck up. Please. I don't need that. I hear Spanish vernaculars from my family every year, and it's annoying too. How do you feel about Colin Farrell being Penguin? He doesn't look like Colin Farrell, but the problem is Robert is going to ruin that movie for me. 3 hours of him sparkling in a freaking Batman suit. I don't want that. I never wanted that. I wanted somebody badass to play Batman. John Hamm should have been Batman instead. I know he's older, but he would have been a better Batman 10 years ago than Robert. After Christian Bale, they should have gotten John Hamm. Hmm. That's an innuendo. Under shaft, yeah. Under the shaft, yeah. Again, guys, I get it. Under what conditions would you watch Wild Mountain Thyme? I never even heard of that. Never heard of it. I don't make conditions. I just if there's an actor I don't like, I'm not seeing it in the theater or at home. I just don't want to suffer anymore. Caution, radioactive. Yeah, exactly. I've never heard of that Wild Mountain Thyme, so I pass. And she's fighting her without her costume on. Good stunt work, by the way. Look at that beautiful nose. And this woman is beautiful too. She has blonde hair and blue eyes. Yeah, that's not a lack of females was not the problem with this movie, but there's some of them you could have cut out of this movie. You don't need Laura Harring. You don't need her. It's useless. She doesn't do anything in the movie. She's like, I'm slutty. And then when the gangster prankster's trying to get some, she's like, it's racist. And I'm sick and tired of that. That's just a stereotype. Not every Latino or Latina speaks fast. That's a freaking stereotype. I don't. And look at me. It's a romantic drama set in Ireland. No, sounds kind of boring. It stars Jamie Dornan and Emily Blunt. Again, no thank you. I don't even like Jamie Dornan. He raped a woman in freaking 50 Shades. And they thought that was sexy. No, this is sexier. There's no rape in this or in the first movie. I don't like that. I don't like a woman being overpowered by a man getting beaten. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. If I can't take it seriously, then your performance, then goodbye. Joan Severance, I could hear this woman read the phone book or read a textbook and be like, pi is equal to MC squared or whatever. I'll be like, oh my God, just can you review Alvin and the Chipmunks live action? Yeah, I'm gonna do those eventually, just probably in the spring. The white black scorpion. The accents in that movie are so ridiculous you wouldn't believe it. Christopher Walken had to do that. Yeah, I heard it was one of the worst films from last year. And I'm like, yeah, because you got people that some of them can act and they're trying to sound like a freaking leprechaun. It's laughable. Jamie Dornan is the only one that has an Irish accent, and even then, I don't care. Why would it want to talk? Look at me. I like Irish people. Look, see my green shirt. I got a leprechaun on my shirt because I wear it every year for luck on St. Patrick's Day. I'm I'm not a racist. It's just that when I hear an accent, that either it's going to make me laugh my ass off or I'm going to cringe. There's no in between here. There are no stupid accents in this movie. Mostly, the Asian girl doesn't sound like freaking Gemma Chan, who I banned. She's canceled. Mhm. Sometimes, yep, there's a stupid cartoon sound effects again. Yep, his super soaker. Yeah, I know. You saw she's kissing him all over. Of course, the age difference would never happen now because it would just be creepy. Also, that was a good line. Are you crazy? Yeah, he's great. He's so committed. He was in Family Matters. He was in an episode of Family Matters. He was also Mitchell. Ooh, he was also Mitchell in Angels in the Outfield. Tony Collette does an Irish accent too. Yeah, I can't stand her either. She's an ugly woman. Yeah, Gangster Prankster got blown up. Yeah, again, I don't like Tony Collette either. She's an ugly woman. Even in everything she does, she looks bored and just even in freaking The Sixth Sense, she couldn't act. Just saying, guys. Oh, that's the same tunnel from Terminator. Gangster Prankster, yeah, what a way to go out with a bang, and he had that rubber head at the end. Yeah, got blown to smithereens. It's kind of abrupt, but hey, he had a lot of screen time, and he was fun. He had way more screen time than Jared Leto's Joker. Heyo! When I take the bottles tomorrow, I'm just going to use my right arm, or I'll just use a card. Where am I going? Yeah, I guess I could use a card. Yeah, I'll just use a card, possibly. Yeah, trust me. She's gonna have a mask, and you're still gorgeous. COVID mainly, but see, these women talk normal. They don't have no accent or anything. No, it takes me out of it, guys. It takes me out. It's like when I heard the accents in Brave, that Pixar movie with the Scottish people. I was laughing, and it's not a comedy. It's an animated movie, but it's not a comedy. It's like a period piece action family film, and I'm like, yeah, and I was laughing. I fight for me own hand, and I'm like, I just can't do it. I can't do it. She unmasked like in Batman Returns. What year was this? I think it was 97. It wasn't 95. Yeah, 1997. And that was a hard year for superhero movies. But this was one of the better ones in comparison to what we got now. Because I would sit through this any day over sitting through this in the first one and the TV show, which I'm going to watch in the spring, over anything in freaking Eternals, Black Widow, or Venom 2 or any of that. Yeah, she committed suicide. But she sacrificed herself to. How many years are you going to wait to watch Get Out? I'm not watching it this month. I don't care if it's Black History Month. Kaluuya is a British guy. No thanks. I don't care how revolutionary it is. Sorry, Jordan Peele. He got. It was a fluke with that. Hmm. I remember those computers back in the day. Because Get Out, I'm like, I'm sorry. When your lead man is a freaking Binto, I'm like, yeah, yeah. Babette should just shut up. You're not a character. That horrible wig, that horrible wig, that horrible wig, and her accent. I'm like, why were you in the movie? Why? Seriously, it's like Rebecca Cough Medicine in Godzilla versus Kong. Why are you in the movie? What about Us? I heard it wasn't that great. It's not scary either. You know the people that talk like this. That's not scary. That's laughable. You're talking like the aliens. The Caribbean, you know. Yeah, that's right. Get up. Mm. Again, exactly. Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, just give her just shove a dildo in her mouth. Us, yeah. I didn't. I heard talking like the aliens from Battlefield Earth. Excuse me. That's not scary, guys. I saw clips and I'm like, I'm not scared. If it's supposed to be scary, I know it. We get it. We get it. Okay. That's laughable. You if someone talks like that in a movie and it's not a comedy, I'm going to be on the floor laughing. Peele's not a scary director or writer. I'm sorry. It's not scary. Racism is scary, but in real life, not in movies. In Us and Them, we get it. We get the agenda here. We get it. He's trying to be like the Spike Lee of horror, and I'm like, we get it already. Plus, he's light skinned. It's not like he's like like a freaking. He's more Morgan Freeman than a Daniel Kaluuya anyway. So, and that was the movie. That was Black Scorpion 2. I had a fun time, other than a few hiccups along the way. Let me shut that off. There's no post credit scene. That was pretty quick. Which cartoons have you always hated, even when you were a kid? I don't really know. As a kid, well, I wasn't a cat dog fan because or the Angry Beavers or any of those because they were just too weird. I love SpongeBob and others, but anyway, guys, that's the movie. I got to finally see it again after a couple years. I had my issues here and there, the cartoon sound effects, the Laura Herring's character, some things along some of the editing is a little bit shaky, but it's still a fun movie, and it's better than half of the movies that came out last year from either Marvel or DC. I can easily say that. Thanks for watching. Take care. My next commentary will be next Monday on President's Day, so stay tuned. Probably do another review tomorrow. So thanks for watching my channel. Thanks for joining me in the chat, guys. Little Sim and Classic Film Collector 88. Peace out, guys. And end. There we go.